I have experienced both. The villain arc got me started, and the belief on peace, kindness, and doing good without caring what you get in return keeps me going. Everyone who has adopted the philosophy of I have no enemies before the meme has at some point of time gone through a vague period of their own villain arc. But if someone has to adopt the philosophy of peace and kindness, do they have to once go through a period where they derive energy from evil sources? I believe it is not necessary only if the person has the ability to drastically change their personality. Because the only times nature actually experiences absolute peace is after a period of distress and disharmony. And bending that rule requires some damn power. But is villain arc really just bad? And the philosophy of I have no enemies actually a viable option in this environment where everyone wants to hurt you? Okay, let my puny brain try to break down these ideologies and try to find which one's better for us. The villain arc is a period where you use anger and hatred to push yourself to do hard things. You believe distancing yourself from the people that hurt you and then coming back even stronger and more ferocious will be your revenge. And after that, you will find true peace. Side note, the easiest way to spot a person in his villain arc is to look at the music he's listening. Anyone in their villain arc could be listening to something like. Anyways, the villain arc is based on the fact that you are not good enough, and only after reaching a certain point in future you will be happy. It is portrayed like something a strong man would do, a man of iron mind, but that's not the case. I entered my state of villain arc after I had to shut down my first channel. I was also going through some health problems at that time, and then even had my own mid-teens existential crisis. Wait, is that a word? Let me check it out. Damn, it is my creation. Alrighty, boys. Mid-teens existential crisis is copyrighted by me. It's my word from now on. And all of this bad mess leads to two paths: depression or anger. I had dipped my toes in depression, but my ADHD brain couldn't just sit down and cry. So I decided to stand up, do supinated bicep curls, and then cry. And yeah, it was through this phase that I got into strength and hypertrophy training. Though it doesn't look like it, but I have gotten way stronger from my past 6 month self. Like really stronger. I can lift 4 times the weight from then. That's big progress. So yeah, villain arc did benefit me, but it wasn't a great mindset. You feel like a god in the gym, but in your alone time, you feel like an absolute phony. And alone time, that's the full-time job of villain archers. Also, there were many ways of thinking which would have benefited me way more if I knew about them and implemented them. Now, the idea of you have no enemies is way more deeper than that, and that is why it is easy to be misunderstood. And also, yeah, I did put on a towel on me to give the feel of a loose cloth like the kimono. That's some creativity, ain't it? If you think about it and start observing, we actually see the negative in everyone. Our default perspective towards everyone has become negative. When I myself thought about it, I realized it was so true. When I walk by someone and they look at me for more than a second or two, I just started thinking that they are so ill mannered, they are judging me, and they are like so stupid or whatever. If I pull out money from my pocket and a bill slips from my hand and then I pick it up, I feel as if the cashier in front of me is judging me for my thin and frail physique and how clumsy I am. This just goes to show that I was seeing the bad in everyone, and these are just two examples. And when you are not kind, gentle, and good to others, you do the same to yourself. I constantly kept judging me, calling myself pathetic for just wasting one evening, part of evening, not seeing the past 4 or 5 days of extreme productivity I had. Like the thumbnail of this video, it is so nice. Like many big channels and stuff make similar thumbnails. and it takes them hours and hours and hours, probably even days. They have teams for this shit, and I made this in one evening. But the morning and afternoon of that day weren't as productive. And then I told myself I didn't do enough work today. But then it clicked. I realized I had done such quality of work, and creative work takes creative energy. And creative energy is way different from physical energy. It is usually in bursts of a few hours when you are performing or creating art. And I became proud of myself. It was yesterday. I was really happy when I went to bed. I felt as if I have accomplished something really good. And I really did. It is easier to be good to others than to yourself. But when you are good to others, that transfers over to you. You become proud of yourself. You don't pinpoint some time in the future or some. People don't even pinpoint, people say vaguely. You don't vaguely point at some time in the future and say, then you will be happy. You become happy. You embrace your present self while continuously improving, not because you are not good enough, but because it is what is necessary, it is what has to be done. It will keep making things better. Now let's just get a little more creative to reap insanely more value, shall we? Say a fruit basket was placed in front of you and it had apples, cherries, and avocados. And you said, I don't like any of these fruits. That does not mean you like all the other fruits that are not in the basket right now. That just means what you said. All meaning is in the first sentence, no vice versa has to be taken into account. Now, this analogy is a perfect response to the people who say, you have no enemies is a asinine philosophy. Asinine, new word for you. Because there are a lot of people out there that want to hurt you and will hurt you at some point of time. These people who say this are the ones who look shallow and don't truly understand the meaning of it all. If someone attacks me physically, I would defend myself, and in that, I would very likely hurt the person in front of me. But my only objective is to protect myself, never to hurt anyone. If it is possible, I won't even hurt him. I will try to run away, I will try to seek help or something. I train hand-to-hand combat on a regular basis, but I will only use it to defend myself. The difference between Mike Tyson and Bruce Lee. This creates all the change in the heart. Because everything you do carry overs to other thing. Like, still people would think it's stupid to say, oh, I would defend myself, I won't try to hurt him, but obviously I would hurt him. This is not stupid, okay? Even single changes in our ideas, even a change of a single word in our idea, using synonyms, can completely change our perspective of this world. And if we look at something from one perspective, that perspective will carry over to every other thing. Bro, I'm sweating at this point. I haven't turned on my fan because there would be audio disturbance. And it's like I have to get this off, bro. I'm sorry. This is where you'll find solace and virtue. Your default is to prepare for the worst and believe in the best and make the best come true with all your might. The same is with self-improvement under the idea of no enemies. You improve yourself because that is right. It does not mean you are not good enough. You just gotta do it. You do it for the virtue. You do it for the good life. You have to do it. Like, what are you going to do it anyways? Watch Netflix? If you see white, it's not necessary to see the black. If you see the light, it's not necessary to look at the shadows. Damn, those were some good analogies, boy. Damn, that was some creativity, wasn't it? So pretty much the bottom line. All you gotta do is listen to the I Have No Enemies theme song and kiss every gangster on the forehead. Nah, I'm just kidding. Stay kind and compassionate. Work for the virtue. Do good without expecting anything in return. And you will have the best damn life and inspire at least a dozen others to do the same. It's damn time to answer your call for adventure, and you've got an ally here. All you got to do is set sail and raise the flag. Do it. Also, start enjoying the music I put in between, like the black screens and the black screen which is going to come after this. Enjoy the music, bro. Stop skipping. I do it so you feel calmer. I do it so you feel better. Enjoy the damn music. Don't enjoy this stupid dopamine shit. Calm yourself down. Have fun. Enjoy the music.